So in the poem Hard to Find by Sinesipo Jojo, the speaker expresses how people at times struggle to find the right words to describe how they feel. So in other words, it's hard to find the right words at critical moments. So the type and form here, so the poem Hard to Find, it's free verse, so there's no rhyme scheme, which represents the emotions that the poet experiences. And the mixture of long and short lines, as we can see here in line 4, it's a pretty long line. There's a short line in line 8. It creates stanzas that portray the speaker's very mixed feelings. Okay, so long lines, short lines, the difference between the two, it represents the speaker's mixed feelings. So we're not going to do a line-by-line analysis per se. We're going to group it, right? So first things first, lines 1 to 5. So in line 1 and 2 specifically, the speaker highlights the abundance of words. So words are everywhere, and the daily availability of words is emphasized by the one word in line 2, emphasis. There's a nice word for that in Afrikaans, alleenplasing, so like an alone word. The speaker in lines 3 to 4 explains that when a person is triggered by emotion, words are readily available. They fly out, as illustrated by the ellipsis after provoked. Ellipsis, that ... In line 5, the speaker introduces a contradictory idea, indicated by the word but. So that's a conjunction. Whereas lines 1 to 4, they focus on words that come easily, the focus it now shifts to something hard to understand, that the speaker is trying to figure out. So something hard to understand. What's happening here? In lines 6 to 9, the contradictory idea is explained here, when the speaker states that in times when a person experiences deep emotion, words are not readily available. So when they are needed by the heart, when the heart feels, words hide, like they are not part of life. So in these critical moments, we struggle to find the most important words. When we need it most, it's no longer there. In lines 10 to 14 or 10 to 15 on your poem, the idea that words are playing a cruel game of hide and seek is explored when the speaker explains how the game, it causes sadness. And the speaker's sadness is caused by an absolute inability almost to find the right words and to express their emotions. The sadness here, everyone, it's evident in the tears. It's called raindrops, referred to as raindrops there. In line 12, the speaker is not only crying over a moment's inability to express emotions or feelings, but over a lifetime, rather. This idea of a cloudy lifetime. And despite the speaker's sadness about this inability to express feelings in the final lines, it shows that there is hope, that it may be different in the future, that, they'll be able to find those ever so important words. And the concluding single line here, it emphasizes this hope of finding the right words to express one's feelings is absolutely vital in managing relationships and overall just living a better life, even though this is so difficult. So everyone, the key themes here would be communication and sadness. Communication, words are used to communicate with one another. And at times, words, they fly freely when we are passionate. However, there are times we fail to speak freely, as words hide and we cannot find the right words to simply express how we feel. Now, in terms of sadness, when the speaker is at a loss of words to express emotion, it leads to a feeling of sadness. And these raindrops, that's a physical sign that the speaker experiences sadness when the heart looks sadly through the glass window. Words will realize here, that is personification. We've got 3 metaphors. They fly out. Fly out indicates a quick action in line 3. In line 11, my heart looks. Okay, we're giving an inanimate object. Human-like qualities. Raindrops slowly slide down. We've discussed that quite a bit. That's coming from line 12, just to underline again. And line 13, cloudy lifetime. Okay, the speaker expresses there how the lack of words has always been something that prevented the full range of emotions. Okay, and finally, we've got the tone and mood. Excuse my handwriting, I'm trying my best. So the tone, it is reflective, and the speaker considers why it is sometimes so difficult to find the appropriate words to express intense emotions. And the mood here is hopeful, especially in the last 2 lines, as the speaker is optimistic about the possibility that in the future, words might be easily available. And that is Hard to Find by Sinesipo Jojo. Hope you enjoyed it.